50%, will enable Iranians to have between 9 to 10 nuclear bombs. And experts are saying that the enrichment from 60 to 90 is very much easier than reaching to the 60. So it doesn't take that much effort and time for Iranians.
How is the Iranian population going after this war?
The war actually served the political system there because it caused significant solidarity with the regime. Many people who have been among the opposition, and there was a rising decline in the popular legitimacy in the last few years due to the sanctions, economic pressure, and some of the government policies about hijab and other things. But this was a great opportunity for the regime to survive and to increase